What up, guys? Casey's Raw again, and today we're talking about wrestling, or talking wrestling with Casey's Raw. So today, I like to talk about what's the difference between an independent contractor and an employee, in my opinion. I feel what the WWE superstars are, they definitely should be defined as employees. The reason is WWE has so much control over them. It's just outrageous. It's almost at the point where they had to get permission to use the bathroom, almost. Like, anytime they find something to make a little bit of money, like doing YouTube or Twitch, or even OnlyFans, WWE gotta snatch that shit away from you, and if you're gonna do it, it's gonna be under WWE umbrella, and then you're gonna just only get a percentage of it. And Xavier Woods, I believe he did say that WWE owns up, down, down. I'm not exactly sure if they created it or he thought of it and ran it through them. I mean, honestly, the only one from WWE is up, down, down. Like, it is a good product to watch, but obviously they're going to only do that. There's no point for those superstars. Yeah, they like doing that as a hobby, like playing video games, streaming them, doing podcasts and stuff, but of course WWE's got to have a say-so on every little thing they do. And granted, if they're using their WWE names, yes, I think WWE has a right to do that. But let's say if they were using their real names, I don't think WWE could do that. I think that's BS. I mean, if you're outside the border of WWE, let's say property or even the arena or wherever, you shouldn't have to, like, run stuff by them. It's like, hey, I want to have a YouTube channel. Hey, I want to have a Twitch channel. Hey, I want OnlyFans if I only have it under my real name. Yeah, I mean, I can understand a little bit on the OnlyFans. You don't want your women superstars to show nude photos or nude footage of them. There's a guy right in front of me. Just swerve right into the medium and just swerving in and out a little bit. The person's probably still trying to wake up. I don't know if the person is drunk at 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh, there he goes again. And if they're playing with their phone, then obviously they shouldn't be doing it because they're endangering. What am I doing? I'm hands-free, nothing doing anything. It's just if I'm talking on the phone, but hands-free. You guys, I'm mainly watching the road and looking at the camera, but let's go ahead and move back to my story. So yeah, WWE has their thumb on you. If you sign a contract with them, you pretty much are owned by WWE. And I really think they hate when one of their superstars leave them and goes to go to Hollywood. I'm sure they're like, they're like, oh, we made that person. They wouldn't be where they are now without us, the WWE. I mean, yes, The Rock would have been nowhere near there. John Cena. But now there's hearing Roman Reigns might do the same thing, but that's also the old guard now. Now we got the new guard. So, I do believe WWE should classify their superstars as employees because how much control they have under them. It's just ridiculous. But, wow, it just got cut off. You asshole. Okay, but so, as AEW, I would say they're independent contractors. The reason is, you see, a lot of them do independent shows. A lot of them can do their own, their Twitch, YouTube channels, and, they can do appearance without AEW. They just gotta make sure that AEW is priority. There you go, priority. Number one. Work-wise, obviously. Because they want to learn their lesson from the years of what TNA and WCW did. Because TNA would let their wrestlers do independent shows, and then they're like, oh, I'm already booked for this show, and they still get paid. Same thing, with WCW, it was almost the same thing. It's like they were guaranteed to be paid. But they were still, I do believe WCW wrestlers at that time should be probably classified as independent contractors. Because some of the shenanigans they were pulled. But, like ways to skip out on Thunder. I only want to be on Nitro. Or miss house shows. But, yeah, AEW, I really think, and I'm saying that's not a bad thing. I mean, they give them a little bit more freedom. I mean, if there's, like, days they're not being used, why not let them make money on the side if it's legal, you know? Like, hey, go ahead and do a appearance for Impact, or do an appearance for AAA or New Japan. Just make sure we're priority number one work-wise. And I think that's kind of smart. And I do agree that you know, I'm like when they're doing their channels, like YouTube channels, Twitch channels. I mean, AEW is not trying to take any profit from them, even though they probably could say, hey, we want a little cut of that. And I wouldn't doubt in the future they might do that. They're just trying to be the good guys right now. But I was trying to remember what I was about to brought up, but I do remember now. I think it was either Soul Monster or Don Tony says that, yeah, they did license some music, like Orange Cassidy's song. His new one, I think it's called Jane. Moxley has Wild Thing. And then Jungle Boy has that one song I don't remember it's called, but it's pretty famous. And it does fit him pretty good. But then they have some songs like the Hardy Boys song that they got out from public domain. So they really need to try to find some of this music and have it copyrighted. Unless, like, what was cool is like Cody Rhodes. He owns that song that he has that he used for AEW and WWE, and I think I even heard he used it for Ring of Honor. That's an awesome song. So, yeah, I'm not saying one's work. Well, WWE honestly treats their superstars a little like slaves, if you ask me. Because, I mean, God forbid, you know, they sneeze, they're like, oh, we're gonna have to bury you a little bit because you sneezed. And we're gonna have to fine you a few $100s for that sneeze. While AEW is like, you know, they're a little bit more. I think they like the Sammy Guevara situation. You know, he was younger. He said something stupid about Sasha. I'm like, he did his time. He did his suspension, and he came out the better end from the other end. Like, he became a multi-time TNT champion. He got over after that. He was red hot. Max Caster, I mean, had that one line about something that was rarely controversial. Suspended him for a little bit, and now he's back. I'm okay with, like, that. Like how they doing the Jeff Hardy situation, where his DUI. WWE would already had his ass back on TV. I mean, shit. I think the same week one the Usos got a DUI, they won the freaking tag team championship. You think, oh, one of them got a DUI again, and the tag team championship shot they were going to win, we need to take it away from them. Nope, they're like, well, we'll still give you the tag team belts. It's kind of like the NFL. They kind of give you a little slap. They're like, oh, here's a, fine and maybe a 1 or 2 game suspension for a DUI. And I'm still a huge person against what WWE does for their DUIs. They need to treat it as like they failed their drug test. Because I guarantee you, if I had a DUI, my job probably would let me go. And now I'm just gonna be. People are assholes today. I got literally tailed by someone and they went through a red light. But yeah, it's just. I feel definitely that they need to classify their wrestlers as employees. Well, I think it's okay for AEW to classify theirs as independent contractors. As Impact, I would say the same thing in independent contractors. Until before that, it would have been different. Now I would say yes, they're independent contractors. But I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.